was another sleepless night in cell block number 4. The excruciating sound of each letter being pressed into life pierced my ears from the inside out. There was no escaping it. I had this idea that, while it kept me awake, it also kept me alive. I guess that's just one way people deal with the inescapable. They conjure up these ideas that make their inescapable problems more bearable. They let their imaginations run wild. But they can't let their imaginations itself escape them, because it takes control.
Will you shut the fuck up? Who the hell are you talking to? Goddamn psycho?
My agitated cellmate was an extreme introvert of the severest quality, a depressed yet extremely involved writer who lived in his writing. You see, life let him down, it chewed him up.
And shit me out. Yeah, now please stop talking. You're not even British.
And there was nothing he could do about it. You see, the thing about life is that it's completely out of our control. My cellmate was never able to accept the fact that he had no control over your cruel world. So he sought it in another. In here, he was the supreme ruler. He was God. The writer was blocked out of the real world and trapped into his own. Imprisoned in the mental cage of his own mind.
Excuse me, Mr. Narrator, I don't know who or what in the hell you're talking about, but you're breaking my concentration. Look around. There's no one else here. It's just me. Me and these 4 fucking walls.
Between which I could no longer remain. You see, I had a mission to pursue. And after 444 days of bondage, it was time to escape. My exit? The 4th wall. We all have desires, we all have goals. Mine was to get out and pursue my mission. We all have obstacles, like walls that stand in our way. But on some occasions, there's that one wall which really isn't a wall at all. Because you can see through it. You can see your goal on the other side, yet it still stands in your way. But on that day, I had a surge of control. On that day, I realized that all I had to do was push it aside and break through the 4th wall. Scrumptulescent. It was like I was stepping into the world for the first time. I felt free. As I collected many strange glances, I knew that everyone on this world was figuratively bounded by 4 psychological walls. 4 inner flaws that stand in their way of freedom or whatever they so desire. Some, like the writer, let these flaws take over and shut them in. One must identify for themselves what each of their 4 walls are and break through them one by one. Now, if you missed that, that was an important plot point, so I will repeat it for you. Pay attention from now on. The key to freedom is to identify your 4 walls, your 4 inner flaws that stand in your way, and knock them down one by one. I felt a strange obligation to the writer to help him through such a feat. If only he could feel the powerful sense of freedom and control that I do now. But this is my world, and I'm in control. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Shit. Oh, my God, I just killed somebody. Here's a character whose ultimate flaw in life was his inability to cope with tragedy. Oh, you're alive! You're alive! Notice how this drunk jumps to defensive conclusions to relieve himself, while little did he realize that his victim was barely hanging on to life by a frayed thread. No, you can't! His life would never be the same. You can't do this to me, okay? As I was saying, his ultimate flaw and biggest obstacle was handling tragedy. Unable to cope with the circumstances, he let the grief engulf his mind, freezing as the anguish shut him in. Introversion. Which is most likely why he failed to notice his entry into the path of another speeding vehicle.
In essence, the poor soul's mind was removed from reality. He saw his world fade, and the next thing he knew, he was elsewhere. I experienced a similar development not 40 frames later. Ah, there we go.
As I continued my journey, I found myself where all classic heroes and villains make their great escape. A train station. I had a moment of realization where I couldn't see the end in sight. I just knew that one way or another, I would find my way back home where I belonged. As I rebasked in my freedom, I could still smell the pathetic stench of the writer. I so desired to shake him of my life.
Ah, you, sir! If I may so graciously take your hand and place it upon the fourth wall of this here birdcage.
Mr. Illusionist was a seemingly cheerful fellow who deep down detested the wicked world as it was.
Right. Now, you each have a hand on the cage, touching it, feeling it. The bird inside, bye-bye birdie!
His ultimate flaw was a projection of reality.
Thank you.
He fabricated illusions in an attempt to deny the actualities of life. Instead of facing his miserable reality and accepting his unfavorable life, he avoided it in exchange for the delusion of falsehood, denial and illusion. Little did he realize this was my illusion!
Where did this
And Mr. Illusionist needed to disappear. Please, no, please, it's all in the editing. As the humble narrator of this twisty tale, I understood these people more than they did themselves, as if I were inside their heads, as if they were all the same. You see, the thing about,
Empty your pockets, all of you! Empty! Give me your fucking wallet! I swear to God I will shoot every one of you motherfuckers!
I was terrified. Every nerve in my paralyzed body begged me to reach into my pocket and give this man what he wanted.
I'll blow your fucking face off, you hear me? Do what I say! Do what I fucking say! I'm in control here!
But I was too petrified. As I stared down the dark barrel of death, cocked and ready to spit into my skull, I knew that the pitiful scumbag holding it was
3 seconds, or I swear to...
hardly a scumbag at all, but merely a poor soul whose ultimate flaw in life was an obsession with control.
Who the fuck are you talking to, man?
Behind those sad, angry eyes was a kind, heartful Samaritan who, somewhere along the way, slipped off the path of righteousness and fell victim to the world. Left with nothing, the control freak within distorted in the crisis of having nothing left to control. So he bought himself a gun, started pointing it at people, desperately convincing himself that he had power over them. But he knew deep down he wasn't fooling anybody. He knew deep down that there was only one thing left in his sad, twisted life that he did have control over. He thought about it, time and again. He knew the world would be better off. It was the one thing left in his life that he did have control over. And if he didn't act upon it soon, it would soon act upon him, beyond his control.
Now that's fucking shit!
Freeze! Drop your weapon! Get down on the ground!
No. I was out! I was out! Hey, let's go. Let's go. I say snow! I was out! Where is it?
The key to freedom is to identify the four walls, your four inner flaws that stand in your way, and knock them down one by one.
What the hell are you writing? The writer was thankful for all that I had done for him. My mission was complete. After 444 days, he could no longer go on living through me. It was time for him to go back and finish his own story. He was ready to return to the world and live his life again. I was the last thing standing in his way. I was his fourth wall, and I needed to be broken.